Hey guys, hi Stopger, hi Philip, how are you doing? Let me know if you can listen to me now, if it's working on Telegram. There were some issues. Hi Marco, how are you? Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. All right, so I want to answer some questions about the new academy, questions about how it is going to work, questions about the bonuses. If you guys have any questions, just send in the comments. I'll be looking at it, helping you out. If you have any difficulty when joining, if you have any questions that you would like to ask before joining, if you're already there and you want to know more about how specific things are going to work, just send in the chat. I'll be looking at it. The first thing, the first bonus that it's one of the favorites the athletes are looking forward to. It is the masterclass with the Premier League scout, which, in my opinion, it is going to be one of the most useful things in the new academy that is going to be live. So not only you have a presentation from a Premier League scout that works for a big club, and not only his presentation, you also can ask him questions: how to prepare for a trial, what a scout looks for in an athlete, how you can prepare for a trial, all of those things that, from the perspective of a scout, how can that help you? How can that increase your chances of making the trial, of signing the contract that you want? Will be extremely helpful. That's the first one. The second is one of the most useful, the mentorship. We're going to be working together for 3 months. So as a group, we're going to perform the drills together, doing together, and you are going to apply the same things as other hundreds of athletes that are working on the same thing. So imagine having a place that are going to have a lot of athletes that are like-minded, that are looking to achieve big things, that are seriously committed to their goals, doing the same work as you. And this support network that you're going to have, plus access to me throughout the whole time, doing the exercises, having live meetings every 2 weeks, that is going to be an extra tool that you can use for making easier for you to really put all the work in and have all of your questions solved. So everything, every single tool, every single question, every single detail that you can adapt for achieving your goals, you're going to have access to it. That is going to be amazing. I'm really excited to get started with that. We're going to start next week, and I'm going to explain all the details in our group, in our Telegram group very soon. You have a Notion app. So besides having all of the exercises, more than 100 classes, you still have how to use them in an app. So you can keep it with you all the time. You're going to have the exercises, you're going to have your daily routine in the app, so you can easily check it and start doing the work that you want. You're going to have the morning routine, the practice routine, your night routine based on your goals. So I can actually show you in my phone here how that looks like, so you can have an idea. Thank you, Shakir. Thank you for saving me in the Telegram chat. All right, so this is the action plan that you're going to have access to. So here you're going to have all the exercise, you have your daily action planning here. So after you have the journal, and I explain how you're going to use that in a way that allows you to make more progress. Here you have, look how many exercises you're going to have access to. I spent the last many months, 15 months in total, working on developing the new academy. So these are all the exercises you're going to have access to. And each one of these is a module. And once you open that, there are some exercises for specific areas. Besides that, when you start the academy, there's the blue blood score. So you take the score to know where you begin. You're going to perform the 3 first modules, phase 1, the foundation, regardless of your score. And then you take the test again to know what is your score of motivation, of confidence, of progress, and of anxiety. Based on that, you have routines to follow to improve those specific areas. So not only are you going to have access to a complete database of mental training exercises, You also have a structured way of sticking to it. What are the ones that you should do first? Besides this, there's also the mentorship. So if you have any questions, if you're going through a specific thing that you need help with, if you're preparing for a trial, for a specific game, dealing with injuries, too anxious, getting more often into the zone of flow, all of those things, there's a structured routine that will help you develop the mental skills for achieving the thing that you want to achieve in a natural way. So, for example, if you want to enter the zone of flow more often, there are sequence of activities, daily routines that you can stick to. So when you go to the game, entering the zone of flow is a lot easier. That's why the flow master, which is the phase number 4, it comes after 3 other phases for you to develop all the skills. So when you get to the game, you enter flow naturally. You don't have to think much about it. The name of the app is Notion, and the link for you to have the template of the App Mentality Academy is in the first module. In the introduction, there's a video explaining how to use it. It's very simple, and also the link for you to get that template. Besides this, nutrition module. We're going to have a module explaining about foods that you should avoid, how to have foods that decrease anxiety, for example, how to have a nutrition strategy that helps you to achieve your goals, food that you should avoid, food that increases anxiety. So all of those things are also in the academy now. This module, in fact, it is coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow you already have access to it. There will be a module on physical training, on recovery. What is a recovery protocol that you can follow, that you can stick to avoid injuries? It is coming from a guy, my friend, that works with professional athletes. He will be giving these modules, those classes to help you guys. There will be a module on scholarship for you to get scholarships and play for universities in the United States. I know that not all of you are going to be interested in that, but I know that this is an opportunity that can help you a lot. Regardless if you're interested in that or not, that's something that you should consider, because that's an opportunity to keep playing your sport at a very good level, get a scholarship, keep studying. This module will be given by a friend of mine who did this, got a great scholarship, full scholarship in one of the best colleges in the United States. What are your thoughts on training game scripts? They are good. They can help a lot, as long as they are simple. So that's one of the classes in the academy, that you create your game script, that you create your process goals for the game, which the idea is to keep it simple and use things that help you maintain the focus on the game. Hi, Adele. Welcome to the academy. I'm glad to know you are with us now. I'm sure this is going to help you a lot. Welcome. Moving on, you have more than 20 modules in the academy with me in the 5 phases. So throughout this process, it's where we're going to use the app. In those modules, everything science, 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 science. Everything that is in there, there's a reason, and that's why it works so efficiently. You see a lot of things, a lot of mental training drills that are not, they're basically guesses that don't work. Everything that is in the academy, every single thing comes from research. There is nothing that is a guess. There's nothing that nobody has ever used before. And that's why the results are so great. The results are so impressive from who uses the academy. And also, if you go in the academy page, website, you can see the feedbacks and how many great feedbacks of athletes that were struggling with anxiety, that had low confidence, that fear mistakes, that care too much about what others think of them. All of those problems, a lot of athletes were facing and were able to overcome because they started using the right strategy. And the right strategy is things that comes from science. I don't take any guesses on these things. This is a topic that I've been doing research, that I've been working with athletes for the past 6 years. So nothing in there is a guess. Everything works with science, and that's why it is so, so, so effective. You can watch the classes offline. So not only you are going to have more than 100 classes, plus the extra bonuses, plus the extra master classes, the extra modules with other people, you can also watch them offline using an app, having that on your phone to watch that anytime. So it is literally the complete strategy for any athlete who wants to improve their mental game, to know more about mental preparation, to understand the mentality, not only understand, but also create the mentality of a high level athlete. So all of these things are available for you to use, for you to stick to, for you to get all of the benefits of those things. And again, this is something, the old academy was already incredible. I spent the last 15 months studying, doing the analysis, connecting the dots, testing things, creating the exercises, creating a methodology that actually makes sense. So it's not one thing is doesn't connect to the other. There's a sequence of phases for you to follow. So everything is structured in a way that you have the best things, the best resources with the shortest amount of time for you to apply them very quickly in a very organized way, having a map to keep track of all of that. So it is literally, if you're willing to apply that, it is going to work. There's research on that. I'm showing you that those things are tremendously effective. Now it is just a matter of applying that for 20 minutes a day. And if you are willing to do that, results will come. And again, check all the feedbacks in the academy. There are hundreds of athletes that benefited from this. So that's the only question that you should be asking yourself if you're already in the academy. Again, you will have access to all of this. You not all the bonuses are available yet. As I said, the nutrition one comes out tomorrow. You will have access to it if you're already in the academy. So you don't have to worry about anything. I'm willing to give you all the tools, every single thing that you need, every single thing, every single step. Hi, Renan. Thank you. Philip, I have a question about hypnosis. Does it work like we tell our brain that something is right? I feel like I fake reality. Okay, Philip. I don't think you watched the class on hypnosis yet. You're not going to tell yourself, okay? You're going to listen to the audio. In the things that are in the audio, there's no way that you can think that it's fake. So I'm not saying that the game is not important or that you are better than the other athletes, because this doesn't work. And you see a lot of tips believing that, saying that you should believe they're the best, that you should repeat things to yourself. That doesn't work. The idea with hypnosis is to motivate you to have a specific behavior, a behavior of not caring about mistakes, a behavior of keeping calm under pressure, a behavior of enjoying the process. That is the goal. And through the process of the hypnosis, as you listen to the audio, you are going to see the evidences for you to think like that. So it is not something mindless. You are relying on things that actually work for you to have more motivation to engage in a specific behavior. And that is going to help you to sustain that. Check it. Is your blueprint, let me actually share the questions. Forgot to do that. Is your blueprint full of exercises? If you are in the class, can you get a copy? Yes, it is full of exercises. The blueprint I created in 2017. So the academy, especially the updated version, is like hundreds of times better. So you don't need a blueprint. The exercises in the academy plus the Notion template. I inspired the Notion template with the exercises in the blueprint. So the blueprint was a workbook. The Notion template is a workbook that you can have on your phone. If you want to access that from different places, you can do that. So the blueprint is good, but the academy is, as I said, hundreds of times better. It is a lot better. And you already have access to it. Check it. You can just have the Notion template, just get the link for that, copy to your phone, and start using that. It's a lot better than the blueprint. Besides this, all of these bonuses that I said, classes with Premier League scouts, the mentorship for 90 days. So for the next 3 months, we're going to work together. The Notion app, you're going to have all exercises in your phone, as I showed you. Nutrition, physical training, scholarship in the United States, more than 20 modules with me, plus all the extra scenarios or specific situations that was already in the old academy. You still have that. The whole foundation, the whole strategy that relies on neuroscience, that relies on research, all of that is in the academy. This comes in always. So anytime that you join the academy, you have this, The bonuses are expiring on Saturday. Watching offline in the app. All of these you have for a price which comes close to a joke for all the things you get. It's such a low investment. If you are in the academy, you can say that it is a very low investment for what you get, because all the improvements, all the areas that are going to improve, it is so many things that can make a better athlete. And it takes such a short time. That is the whole purpose of the New Era event, was to show you how sports are changing, how sports now require a different preparation. And if we do an analogy here, before, not many athletes used to train extra physically. Now every single athlete does that. And the athletes that are not doing that are staying behind. 20 years ago, the athletes that were doing this extra physical training, or with nutrition, for example, they were standing out because they were the first to start doing that. Now, the only athletes, or the group of athletes that is doing this, the mental preparation, is the elite athletes. Cristiano Ronaldo, Djokovic, Nadal. Today I shared Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all of those guys that really stood out in their playing time were doing some sort of mental preparation. So now more and more athletes are starting seeing that and are engaging in that. Now you see a lot of athletes have mental coaches. A lot of athletes have a mental preparation routine. Over time, if you don't do this, you're out of the game. Now, if you do this, especially at a younger age, you are ahead. You can stand out from your competitors because you are doing something that influences every single part of the game, and they are not. So that gives you a massive advantage. In 5 years, every athlete will be doing this, maybe even less than that. And if you're not doing, you're out of the game. So you start using this. If you plan to have a long career in sports, you have to do this anyways. If you start before, you have a great advantage. If you wait, other athletes will start standing out because they're doing something that requires a short time. They're using the right strategy. They're able to stand out, get the results, and then everybody else has to follow. Philip, what about Smart Goals Masterclass? Does it have an advantage in comparison to the new Academy and Notion template? The Smart Goals Masterclass was only about goal setting. Okay, so it's goal setting is one of the 100 drills that you have in the Academy. So that's the biggest difference. If you compare only the module of goal setting in the Academy, the Goal Achiever Mindset, and the Smart Goals Masterclass, the biggest difference is the Masterclass was more focused on doing the work. So during the masterclass, I was doing step by step, setting the goals, breaking down into product goals, then breaking down to process goals, then scheduling the habits, all of those things. The Go Achiever Mindset does all of this, so you will understand the same methodology, you have access to the same methodology, plus it has the explanation of focusing on the long-term process. That's something that the Smart Goals Masterclass doesn't have. If you have the two of them, I recommend that you watch the two because you have more time understanding the methodology and more time with the application. So if you have the two, do follow both of them. I recommend. It's not going to take long. And if you only have the academy, it's fine also. You also understand goal setting. You'll also be able to set your goals, create habits, and focus on the process. Do I have access to the new Academy content when I subscribe to the regular Academy? Yes, if your account is still active, Nikinho, you already have access to it. All right. In fact, if you go there now, you're going to have access to the new classes. So don't worry. It's the update that I wanted to give to you. Daniel, I've got a question. Is there an option to join the Academy by paying monthly? Yes, there is. I just posted a sequence of stories right now in my Instagram. In one of those stories, there's a link to talk to my team. I recommend that you do that now. Talk to my team. Now we just made available other payment options. So if you want to pay, break that down, the full payment into 4 payments, you can do that. So just that won't be available for long. That's something that we did just So people that were looking to get the bonuses could do it. If you do that now, go on my Instagram, watch my stories. There's a link to talk to my team. You can click on the link, they'll help you out. Okay. And again, after next week, the bonuses will not be available anymore. That's why we put this extra effort into allowing different payment methods for you to be able to join up. Major Mora, the Notion template is a bonus or after Saturday is extra pay? It is a bonus. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it. I'm not sure if it's going to be part of the academy. At the beginning, I wanted to do something extra, just like extra help, but it became so good that now it is like one of the main parts of the academy. I haven't thought much about it because I'm spending a lot of time working on this and recording the classes. As of right now, it's a bonus. I might change my mind, maybe not, but as of right now, the Notion template is a bonus. How to make habits as a combat athlete. Okay, so habits are the same for every person. Again, let me show you the Notion template. We have the methodology for creating habits. Let me open that real quick. So in the action plan, there's the habit machine. Okay, so that's what you have in the Notion template. Habit machine, plan your future habits here. In the strategy, what are we going to have? Plan your habit, plan the trigger for the habit, plan the rewards, measure the quality of the habit, the difficulty, and the frequency. So once you schedule all of those things, it becomes easier for you to stick to a habit. The goal, the general goal for you to turn an activity into a habit, meaning that you have that behavior more than 90% of the time in an automatic way. The way to do that, increase the perception of how rewarding that is and decrease the perception of how stressful that is. This is an ongoing process. So for all the activities that you have, so for all the habits that you have in your brain, you release enough dopamine for you to get to the activity automatically prior to doing that. For anything, any activity that you have, that you follow for a long time, that's what happens in your brain. The idea when creating new habits is that we engage in this process of teaching your brain to release dopamine prior to that activity. The way we do that, increasing the perception of reward, decreasing the perception of effort. For doing that, there are several strategies. Changing your environment, analyzing your thoughts, engaging in motivating yourself for having that behavior. So that comes to watching this video and understanding that mental preparation is important, to doing the mental preparation and perceiving the benefits of that. So let's use this example. If you want to start doing the mental preparation, which requires 20 minutes a day for you to do that, very short time. How do I get started? First thing, define the habit. 20 minutes of mental preparation before I go to sleep. Awesome. What is the trigger before going to sleep? What is the reward? Performing better on the pitch, having more confidence, having more focus, entering the zone of flow, not caring about criticism. So a lot of benefits. How long does it take to get the benefits? Depends on how much you commit to it. So how you measure the quality, how much focus I have on it. That's the next step in the Notion template, how to measure quality. The focus that I have during the mental preparation. Okay, next step, the frequency. So let's suppose you want to do that 5 times per week for 20 minutes per session. Okay, now you start doing that. So you have the habit, you have the trigger, you have the reward, you have how to measure the quality, and you have the frequency. All right, now you start doing that. The idea is, as I said, increase the perception of the reward. So as you go in the pitch, so you've been doing that for 5 days, you go into the pitch and you feel like you perform much better. You have more confidence, you have more focus. All right, increase the perception of that. That's another exercise that we have in the academy that is called the growth check. Increase the perception of that. Okay, I feel much better for doing this. I feel that this is the key for me to improve my performance. I feel like this is the way to achieve my goals. Okay, the more you recognize that this is helpful, the more dopamine you release the next time you try to do that activity. So the more rewarding you perceive that to be, the more you crave for that again in the future. And think about all the bad habits that you have that you want to change. you crave them. You have a trigger, and then you start wanting to have the habit because you crave it. And that's the idea when creating positive habits. To perceive that as being so beneficial that you start craving for it again and again and again. And as you engage in this process for a long time, you start engaging in this habit automatically. So that's how the process works. With mental training and with any other thing, that's how it works. With mental training, it is easier because it's for a short period and a lot of rewards. So it's very easy to perceive that that is beneficial and there is a low perception of effort. The only thing that you have to do is get started and perceive the benefit. So you won't develop a habit without perceiving it is beneficial. So you have to start doing the work. Yes, of course, Danny, of course. There's in the academy how to deal with an injury and become better. Absolutely. There's an entire module about injury. I think it's 7 classes, if I'm not wrong, that is only about injury. And then, besides this, there are other modules that can help you. So, for example, there's the module of chasing greatness that teaches you how to develop high level skills. While you're injured, you can do all the analysis part of the work. So, you can engage in modeling other athletes, you can engage in doing the increasing the perception of complex images about the skills. So, not only how to deal with the injury, but also how to keep making progress while injured. So there are several tools, and in fact, I don't know if all of you know about this, but when I got engaged in this process of sports psychology was when I got injured, and the way that I found the way to cope with the injury was studying about sports psychology, and I got so engaged at the time that later on I decided that I wanted to work with this and not play sports anymore. But yes, there is in the academy there's a module about how to deal with injuries, and again, there's a quote that I really enjoy from McGregor. Injury is not a time of recovery, it is a time of self discovery. And if you engage in this process of self discovery while being injured, you have a lot of time because you're not practicing your sport and you're able to make more progress in the mental side. So when you go back into the pitch, the the decrease in quality or the decrease in performance are not going to be so strong. And after you get back physically, you're going to be much better because you're able to improve your mental game. How can I improve my game? How can I improve my game by sitting at home? By sitting at home, you don't improve. If you engage in mental preparation, then you can improve a lot. It doesn't substitute. Mental training is an extra tool for you to improve even more than if you are not doing it. But if you don't practice, that's not going to happen. But as I said, as I repeat all the time, 20 minutes a day at your home, at your bed, before going to sleep, if you do mental preparation, it will increase how much you're able to use your skills when you are on the pitch. It will improve your ability to learn from mistakes. It will improve your confidence. It will improve your focus. So it is sitting at home, laying in your bed before going to sleep, low stress, low effort, short time, that increases all of your performances, all of your skills when you actually perform. So that's something that every athlete should engage. But realistically, most athletes are only going to start when it is required from them, which is already starting. Most athletes in the elite level, most athletes already do that, but still, for younger athletes, it's not so common yet. After a few years, that will be mandatory. That will be required. If not, you're out of the game. Of course, Majo Mora. Of course. Thank you, man. Thank you. This is the new office. I've been working on this to get this ready for the new academy for a while. Thank you. Stella. So before bed, do some visualization and meditate state. Not really. These two I don't recommend at night. Visualization, it is better before practices. Mindfulness, I recommend in the morning because it sets up the mood for the day. At night, what in the mental training methodology in the academy, I teach the growth check. So that's something that you do at the end of the day to improve your habits and to improve your emotional habits, which are your beliefs. So that's what I recommend you to do at the end of the day. I say 20 minutes a day, but not necessarily you have to do 20 minutes at once. You can do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before practice, and then 10 minutes at night. So that's 20 minutes a day, even easier than doing 20 minutes straight. But in the academy, that's what I work on because that's the way that I find it more effective for working on the most important areas, beliefs and habits. Can you get better at soccer mentally by playing FIFA? Mm, I don't think so. And if I had to take a guess, if that makes you better, less than 5%, but very likely not to help you. It can help you decrease stress by engaging in activity that helps you relax, but it doesn't make you better. It helps you relax. But for example, it doesn't improve your confidence, it doesn't improve your focus, it doesn't improve your anxiety management, it doesn't improve your understanding of the game, it doesn't improve any of those things. So no. Again, you can use that for relaxing, for taking your mind away of any worries, but that usually doesn't make you better. All right, guys, I think that's it for the live. I hope all of your questions were answered for you to join the academy, for you to join us and get all the bonuses by Saturday. Start working with us 90 days to take our mental game and your whole performance to the highest level possible, and all of the other bonuses that I mentioned here. So there are more than 10 things that you will get from the new academy, having all the bonuses. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, Stella. I think that's a good way to wrap up the live video. Today I had a game and visualized my performance and played incredible. Thanks for everything. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad you know mental preparation pays off. That's it. Good night, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.